Alright, what we got ourselves today is a 2011 Honda Pilot with, believe it or not, 252,000 miles on it, which is a beautiful sight. And as you can hear, the engine sounds beautiful, it sounds healthy. I mean, it's ticking like a Swiss watch. But it came in with a complaint of like really high RPM and like 1500 steady. And then when you put it in drive, it just shakes and does all kinds of crazy stuff. So I did a little scanny poo here, and it's got some weird things here. Valve pause system, so obviously variable valve timing thing. So what we're gonna do might be intermittent. It says it's temporary current. Looks intermittent to me because right now it's running really good. I'm gonna go after that, and because that might be an intermittent. We're gonna test that pressure switch, see what it does. All right, we're gonna go after this switch. Take a look at it, see where it lives. It won't be difficult. It's should be this guy right here. Oh, I see something. It's got a blue connector on it. I wouldn't doubt if that's some kind of a aftermarket junk that's already been replaced once before. Yeah, let me get it out. Let's see. Yeah, that should do. It can't be on that tight. Should be good enough. Let's see. That does not look OEM. Oh, it's blue. I don't know that I've ever seen that. What's all this nonsense? Yeah, that does not look OEM. We're gonna test it, make sure it's bad, but it might be intermittent. Well, it was very hard to believe, but an OEM one is $88 at the dealer. I swear to God, this is insanity. They got to be really proud of this switch. Look at this thing. But you can tell, blue cap and OEM totally makes a difference, and I'll be willing to bet that this is the problem. At the very minimum, we know it's intermittent, so let's pop it in. Another way you can tell that OEM versus original is look at the writing here, how short that is and how closely stuck together the letters are versus the factory one. Much larger. And the finish, I notice, is much better on the original one than the old one. The milled finish here, much better. Stick this guy in here and shoot wake. Clear the codes. Take it for a spin. Should be as good as new. Now it really sucks that the aftermarket parts are not all that great. In fact, I mean, even an OEM part can fail, but this one's definitely been replaced before. Alright, let me erase the codes and we'll go for a test drive. Alright, let's see. Read the codes. And we got catalyst efficiency thing. I mean, that might be a secondary problem or not, but I think it would be caused by that train being off, or the timing not being right. Clear it. Sure. Clear fault more completed. I'm gonna get out of here. Actually, you know what? Let's just do another smart scan. See what happens. Alright, cold clear looks happy. There's nothing in the engine computer now. Now the ABS one here I saw ECM PCM relation failure. Not sure exactly what that is just yet. It could have been caused by all of this variable valve timing problems. So we're just going to clear that and see if it comes back. I'll clear it. Turn the ignition switch off. Alright. Back on. Clear that up. Because if this is still a problem, it'll come back quite quickly, I would imagine. Alright, so let's see. One more time. Alright, that looks happy. Very good. Now there were a few more codes at TPMS and all that stuff. I don't really care about that right now, and neither does the customer. He just needs the car to run well. So TPMS got all kinds of tire low pressure sensors. We don't care. A short in the rear air mix, more control circuit. That sounds like some kind of a blend door for the rear heating, which we don't care about either. So, alright, let's start her up, see what she sounds like. Oof, beautiful. So the complaint was that when you first started up, the RPMs were just stuck at 1500. And I've seen it happen myself. It just, today earlier, it wasn't working. Or couldn't catch it in the act. But sounds good. Let's see, I'll put it in gear. What it looks like. Perfect, that's in drive. Reverse. Sounds like we got a bad engine mount or a transmission mount. It's clanking, but that's okay. That's not gonna cause it not to drive well. No, so far it's looking good. Let me get into live data in the PCM and see what the fuel trims look like and all that. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I've never seen this before. Check this out. Short term 43%. Complete craziness. The long term's 5. It's running really good. 700 RPM. Both. We're in closed loop, so we're in control. But for some odd reason, just revving it up a little bit. Intake manifolds holding good vacuum. Short term is a little crazy, so I wonder if these are like learned values that we may need to reset. I think that's the next thing I'm gonna do, because that's nuts. Alright, well, in Honda's menu, just in the engine, there's a reset that I would like to do. I think that's going to be the next best option to see if there's any more problems. Let's see, ECM PCM reset. Ensure gear shifts in neutral. Set the parking brake. Let's see, put it in neutral. Alright, neutral, set the parking brake and stop the engine. Alright. Go. Stopped the engine, but it killed the ignition. That's my fault, dumbass. Okay, ECM PCM has been reset. Some vehicles are idle. Erratic, learns proper idle. Occurs if you allow the engine to idle for 10 minutes at normal operating temp. Okay, so it sounds like it'll do it by itself. Alright, well, let's start it up, see what it does. Alright, we'll just let it idle. Let the IAG do its thing. Nope, numbers are still crazy even after a reset. Look at that. Give it a little gas, they come down. It's just fascinating. I have never seen that before. Huh. Well, we're gonna take it for a spin and see how she drives. Well, I decided to yank the intake plenum off just to try to fix these fuel trims. Feels like there's a really good vacuum leak somewhere, so I took the intake off. Everything else is running really good, other than it's using a ton of fuel. So here's the intake, and see, it's already been repaired once because of all the cracks. Now there's a massive crack here. Here's another good one right there. Where's the one that's really bothering me? Oh, where are you? There's a good one here. There's one right there. And look at this one here. That's a pretty decent one. I don't know what these cracks are from, but we're gonna try to fix them up. I want to do something a little bit different here. Try to save this. I'll clean this up with a wire wheel all the way around and put some black RTV silicone on here, and hopefully she won't leak, and hopefully it'll last a little while longer. I mean, the car's already got a 250K on it, so we don't want to go too crazy. Just kind of got to make the car last. Well, she's all pulled back together. I did clean up the intake manifold, and I put silicone all the way around the intake plenum, everything that was cracked, like the whole be all the way around. Now, it's not the prettiest thing in the world, obviously, but it's gonna do the job, and I can prove it. It's looking really good so far. Look at the fuel trims, and they're still coming down, and it's obviously learning. So now we got long term 7% and short term 10, so less than 20, 25. If you remember before, the long terms were at like 40%, which was complete insanity. So fuel trims are coming down. It's gonna eat less fuel. Cleaned up some of the leaks, and the leaks really were around the whole intake manifold. I don't know how in the world it cracked, if somebody was just like a monkey torching on them, but yeah, it looks a little ugly, but hey, I think the customer is going to be really happy. And the other thing is, I mean, we gained, it was reading around 2.5 grams per second on the mass airflow. Now we're at 3.3, 3.4, which is right along with where this engine should be. So really happy with that. I'll let you know if it learns a little bit better, and if it comes down even to, just to maybe about 5% where it really should be. All right, let's go ahead and test this pressure switch that we found in here and see if it's bad, which I'm assuming it will be. All right, all we need is just a little ohm meter. That's all this is. Clip this guy on here, and I use just a single wire here. And let's see, what do we got? 100, 100, 120, 130 ohms. It should be closed completely, but it's obviously a little shaky. Look at that. Just tap. See, it's open now. Just tap on it a little bit, and it's all over the place. Yeah, it's not a connection problem. That looks all good. Let's see. Do it again. in this position. Yeah, see, it won't close. It's supposed to be actually closed. There you go. Now it's almost closed. It wants to be. 72 kilo ohms. Yeah, let me try to put some pressure on it. Alright, I got my regulator on the compressor set at like 20, 25 pounds, somewhere around there. It should be good enough. Let's see. Alright, it went closed. And it just won't go to open. I can hear it click. $380 ohms, so it doesn't know if it's closed or not. Just really intermittent, crappy. There's the problem. So we got a new OEM switch in there. Look at that. Complete junk. So that's aftermarket parts these days. Oh, I just went on one final test drive, and man, it's looking good. Look at that. Bank 1 is roughly, I don't know, 10.5, 11%. Bank 2 total is closer to 10. That's perfect. This is as good as it's gonna get for what this car is.